lecture number 13. First we are going to solve a numerical on diffusion through solids. Okay, and we'll do a numerical for counter current diffusion, which we wrote exam on Saturday also. So Friday class and Saturday class we'll repeat one numerical for those two topics, and then we will move on to look into what is various mechanisms that is taking place in diffusion in solids. Okay, if you look at the significance of this type of numericals is, if you look at the absorption of gases in the polymers is important in say various applications, particularly where the gas permeability playing an important role, because this gas permeability is a function of, or you can say it's a product of solubility coefficient and diffusion coefficient. And if you look at the applications such as gas separation membranes, diffusion barrier materials, polymer forming processes and plasticization, in these processes this permeability coefficient is useful. If oxygen permeability can be a rate determining factor controlling the polymer degradation processes such as oxidation. Okay, so that way these problems will be useful to us. To start with, we all know this is neoprene rubber. Actually this type of rubber tubes are used for transporting some gases like hydrogen, nitrogen for laboratory scale, means small scale supplies. Okay, so take down this problem. Hydrogen gas at 1 atmosphere and 25 degrees Celsius flows through a pipe of same unvulcanized rubber, same unvulcanized neoprene rubber with internal diameter of 25 mm and outer diameter of 25 mm respectively.
Outer diameter 50 mm.
50, yeah. Okay. The concentration of hydrogen at inner surface is 2.37 into 10 power minus 3 kilomoles of hydrogen per meter cube rubber, per meter cube, and diffusivity of hydrogen through the rubber is, estimate the rate of loss of hydrogen through a pipe of 2 meters length. So what we are considering? We are considering a concentric cylinder. Okay, length is known, internal diameter is known, outer diameter is known. Okay, in mm it is given. We know this. So we have seen, we made a table, right? Surface area, what is surface average, what is Z for slab, for cylinder, for sphere. Okay, so from this, what is S average, what is Z, we should take and do this. I hope you have completed that part table by this time. Okay, what is S average for cylinder? S average for cylinder is, general surface area formula is 2 pi RL, right? So here we have 2 pi or logarithmic mean L, right? So that's what we derived that day, where and Z is equal to R2 minus R1. Okay, so what is S average? And we know that W is equal to N into S average. Okay, and N is given by, we have seen that N is completely due to diffusion, that is molecular diffusion, that is by Fick's law we know what is N, right? So with that we can get the values. Okay, so we have S average into DAB into CA1 minus CA2 by R2 minus R1. Okay, so this is what we have derived in the previous lecture. Okay, for diffusion through cylindrical concentric cylinder. Okay, so diffusion through the solids. So here it is, you have a cylinder, through from inside you have the hydrogen gas and it is escaping to the atmosphere through the walls of the tube. Okay, so internal diameter is known, outer diameter is known. Okay, so you can substitute to get what is W value. So first solution is, first write the given data. What are the given data? We have Ca1 value given. Okay, kilomole per meter cube. What is Ca2? What is DAB? What is length? What is S average? To find S average, you should first find what is R logarithmic mean.
Sir, what was the length given, sir, in the question?
What was that?
Length given.
2 meters.
2 meters.
Okay.
DAB is given with centimeter square. So you will get 1.8 into 10 power minus 10 meter square per second. Okay. So what is this RLM? It is logarithmic enough ready. How much?
0.0361 meter.
Meters. So we have R1 value as 25 mm, R2 50 mm, right? So if you substitute that,
So we can substitute the diameter by 2 is radius. So we can write 50 minus 25 divided by 2 into 10 power minus 3. So it's not minus 6, it's minus 3. Because diameter is 25 and 50 given. So we are dividing by 2. So we have this 50 minus 25 by 2 into 10 power minus 3 is R2 minus R1 divided by,
then ln of, when you take radius, that is going to be the same, right? So 50 by 25. So all these gets cancelled, simply ln of this. Okay, so you are getting logarithmic radius is, logarithmic mean radius is 0.0361. Okay.
Sir, even I got 0.018.
How much? 0. 0. 1 second. Meters. Okay. So what is R2 minus R1? Separately you keep it because that also you will substitute here, right? Okay. So we can substitute in W equal to, okay, you can substitute here to get what is S average first. 2 into 3.14 into 0.018 into 2 meters. How much?
0.23 meters.
0.23.
0.23.
Okay, meter square. S average, right? Therefore, W is equal to, so we got R and S. Now you can substitute in W. W is equal to S average, that is 0.23 meter square into DAB 1.8 into 10 power minus 10 meter square per second into CA1. What is CA2? First that you have to decide. So what is CA2 value? We have something inside the tube. Concentration is CA1 and outside it is atmospheric air. Okay. So that means what we have to consider is the
Negligible, no, sir. We can.
negligible. Okay. CA2 is negligible. People will ask me why negligible, because we have a diffusion across solid. Okay, that is the across the tube we have having the diffusion, because here the resistance to diffusion is more, and whereas if it is only air, the resistance to diffusion from the surface to the air is very less in comparison to resistance for the diffusion through the solid. So that way we are saying that whatever reaching the surface, it immediately gets into the bulk. Okay, that means the amount of the concentration of A at the outside surface is negligible or zero. Okay, so CA1 is directly given, right? How much? 2.37 into 10 power minus 3. Okay, so now we can substitute 2.37 into 10 power minus 3 minus 0 divided by R2 minus R1. That is 50 minus 25, 25 by 2, 12.5 into 10 power minus 3. Okay, and check the units also. Meter square, meter square, meter cube, meter. So finally what you will have? Kg moles per
Second.
Okay, that's why W unit. N has the, you don't confuse N with the W. N will have kg mole per meter square second. So W will have the unit of kg mole per second. How much?
7.73 into 10 power minus 12.
7.73
into 10 power minus 12.
Okay, good. So names, one. Tell your names.
Krishna Sai, sir. And Pratyush.
Pratyush Jala.
Yes, sir.
Next. Who else got?
7.734 into 10 power minus 12.
Okay, name.
Lokesh.
Any girls? Any? Okay, into 10 power minus 12. So this is important. Okay, name. Parshava.
Yes, sir. 7.7
Into
10 power minus 12.
okay, kg mole per second. What is the name?
Sir, what is that? 7.84 minus 7.74.
84 is okay, but still, are you getting in 10 power minus 12 range?
Yes, sir. 10 power minus 12 kg mole per second.
Okay, name?
Yes, sir.
Name?
Srinitin, sir.
Okay. Next, anybody else?
So 7.84 into 10 power minus 12, sir.
Okay, name?
Srija.
Next.
So 7.73 into 10 power minus 12.
Both of you tell your names.
Rishita.
Okay, last. Anybody else?
7.849.
7 point?
849 10 to the power minus 12.
Okay, name?
Rishabh.
But anyhow, it is on a higher end. Maybe you are not using 3 digits here, all that, because when you are dealing with the 10 power minus 10, 10 power minus 3, always in calculator set to 4 decimals. Okay, you should always see your answer for 4 digits. 0 after the point, 4 digits if you keep in calculator, you will get a similar range. Okay,
Sir, we shouldn't divide by 2, 12.5 by 2 in the denominator.
we should not.
No, no, no. Okay, okay, sir. Okay,
Okay, I have written R2 minus R1 value.
okay, okay.
Yeah, the diameter is 50 minus 25 by 2 I have written. Okay. So take down this problem. This is simple problem only. So hydrogen gas at 2 atmosphere and 298 Kelvin flows through a pipe made of vulcanized neoprene rubber with internal diameter and outer diameter 25 and 50 mm respectively. The diffusivity of hydrogen through rubber is 1.8 into 10 power minus 6 centimeter square per second. Calculate the rate of loss of hydrogen by diffusion per meter length of pipe. The solubility of hydrogen is given at NTP conditions. Okay. So how to proceed with it? Actually, how permeability is defined is defined as P is equal to DAB into S. Okay, surface area. Sorry, solubility. SCI is solubility. So if you look at the units, you will come to know what is that. Okay, P is permeability, which is centimeter cube gas at STP per centimeter square second into centimeter mercury per centimeters. So this is the unit of permeability. Solubility is, we know what is the concentration unit. Unit of concentration is kg moles per meter cube solid here. So we are talking about concentration inside the solids, right? So if it is related as Ca is equal to S into Pa, which is equal to 22.414. So this is in unit of, Ca is in the unit of kilomoles per meter cube solid. You have S is solubility.
Sir, to what we are referring solubility in what, sir?
Solubility in the solid.
Okay, solubility of gas in the solid.
So it's like in the gas, if you have this, no, you have in solid, how much it can contain. So that's relevant here. Okay.
Okay.
Solubility coefficient, it's not actually solubility. Solubility coefficient. S is solubility coefficient. So this will have the unit of centimeter cube gas at STP per centimeter cube solid at divided by pressure also, centimeters of mercury. Okay. Actually, how we write is diffusional flux is given by So this VA has the unit of centimeter cube of gas at STP by centimeter square per second. Instead of kg moles, this expression is given in terms of volume. Okay, centimeter cube of gas at STP conditions. Okay. So similar way, only thing is to convert that given data into concentration. Same way you can solve the previous problem, that other problem also. Okay. Now we'll solve another problem. Okay, take down this problem. Methanol is separated from, so this problem is on counter diffusion. Okay, as I said, the first problem is on what we derived on Friday's class. We derived expression for diffusion through solids. Okay, so this is about class test we wrote. So this is counter diffusion problem, that is when it is non-equimolar, when your Na is not equal to minus Nb. When Na is equal to minus Nb, it is equimolar counter diffusion. If it is not equal, it is simply counter diffusion, where it can have any relationship between Na equal to some minus F into Nb. Okay, so for this we wrote the test. Similar problem, we will do a numerical based on that. Okay, so methanol is separated from aqueous solution, from an aqueous by distillation. At a section of column, the vapor phase contains 0.76 mole fraction methanol, and liquid phase has 0.6 mole fraction of methanol. Okay, liquid phase has 0.6 mole fraction. Temperature of the section is 71.2 degrees Celsius, and total pressure is 1 atmosphere throughout the one mm thick paper film. If molar latent heat of vaporization of methanol is 8787 kilocalorie per kilomole, and that of water is 10039 kilocalorie per kilomole at the given temperature. calculate the methanol and water vapor flux. Calculate the flux of methanol and water vapor. Data given are vapor phase diffusivity of methanol is 1.816 into 10 power minus 5 meter square per second. Vapor pressure of pure methanol at 71.2 degrees Celsius is equal to 1044.9 mm mercury. Okay. So I repeat, this numerical is about counter diffusion. That is, it is neither equimolar counter diffusion nor it is A diffusing through nor non-diffusive B. Okay. So we have to first establish how Na is related to Nb. So this is not even reaction. If it is reaction, I told you how to relate Na and Nb. Na by small a equal to minus Nb by B. Right? So if A and B are, one is reactant and one is product. That's what we did in class test derivation also. Okay. Now, similar to that, we have to establish a relationship based on the data given here. Okay. So here distillation is taking place. You have a layer. For this type of situation, one formula to be used that I will tell you. So if you consider a case of Na equal to not equal to minus Nb, so then we have this Na into delta H heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization are not equal. If Na is not equal to minus Nb, then molar latent heat of vaporization are not equal. So this is the hint here. Okay, we have to make use in this problem. So for that, what we have is Na into delta H of A into of V. Let delta HV is latent heat of vaporization of A is equal to minus Nb into delta HV of B. Okay, so this we have to make use to establish the relationship between how Na plus, because in expression how to make use of Na plus Nb, right? So that for this we have to make use. So what we should know, if it is non-equimolar counter, for non-equimolar counter diffusion, or simply for counter diffusion, if Na is not equal to minus Nb, then molar latent heat of vaporization are not equal. So Na into delta H of A is equal to minus Nb into delta H of B. Okay. Now you can, both data is given, delta H of A is given, delta H of B is given. So we have a substitute to get what is the relationship between A and B. Okay. So before that, we'll look into this problem again. So here it is given that methanol is separated from aqueous solution by distillation at a section of a column, any particular layer. We have in any plate, right? In a distillation column means it will be having several plates will be there at one particular plate. So we have a thickness of 1 mm of liquid. Thickness is given as 1 mm. Vapor film is there. Let me say it is vapor film. Okay. Vapor film is 1 mm. So temperature is given 71.2 degrees Celsius. Okay. So and the vapor phase is containing 0.76 moles of methanol, and liquid phase has 0.6 mole fraction of methanol. Okay. And molar latent heat of vaporization of methanol is given 8787, of water is given 139, that is 10,039, that is 8,787 kilocalories per kilomole. Calculate the flux of methanol. And okay, for that first we should decide what is A and what is B. What is A? A is methanol, B is water. Okay. Now what is the flux of A and B? Because in this, water is going one direction, methanol is going in other direction. Okay, so we are going to have flux of A is Na. That is the question. Calculate the methanol and water vapor flux. And what is the flux of B? So this is what we have to determine. Okay, understood? So now you can write the given data. All the data are given, right? So what are the given data? Write the temperature given. How much is the temperature? T is given as 71.2 degrees Celsius, which is equal to this much Kelvin. How much? One of you? 273 plus 273, how much?
344.2.
344.2 Kelvin. Okay. Pressure is given 1 atmosphere. How much kilopascal? You know, 101.325 kilopascal. Z value is known, that is 1 mm. Okay. And delta HV of A is given 8787. Delta HV of B is given 10,039. Okay, write with units. Okay. So then we have DAB is given. Right. So now how Na equal to, so we have Na, if you substitute in Na into delta HVA is equal to, so these are given data. So now we start the calculation, equal to minus NB into delta H of appreciation of B. Okay. So what is NB equal to? So I can write what is NB equal to. NB is equal to minus delta HV of A. 8787 divided by 139 Na. Okay. How much it is? Therefore NB is equal to 0.8753 Na. Okay. So minus, na? Yeah. Don't forget the minus sign. Did I write it here? Yes. Minus is there. Okay. So now how to start the derivation for a counter current division? I told you we should start always with relationship between N flux and J flux. What is that? Na is equal to Na plus Nb into Xa or Ya. Here we are doing for gas phase, so I will write Ya instead of Xa plus Ja. Okay, so here we have to substitute the relationship now. What is Na plus Nb then? Let it be 3. So what is Na plus Nb? Na plus Nb is, we can substitute minus 0.8753 Na. Okay, so Na plus Nb is equal to, how much it is? How much it is? Your name? Okay. 0.1 Okay, so that is the NA plus NB value. So this value now you have. Okay, let it be then 4. Then what is JA? Fixed law. Again, write what is fixed law. From fixed law, we know that JA equal to minus DAB, DCA by DZ. So if I want to write in terms of Y, how to write?
CYA.
By DZ. Any doubt in this? I told you to write all versions of fixed law. Okay. From fixed law, we have this. Remember what is that? Instead of DPA, we are writing P into DYA. Okay. Because Y equal to PA by P. Okay. So from this we can write like that. So for JA we have this expression. Remember here also minus is there. So we have NA is equal to NA plus NB is nothing but 0.1247 into NA into OA minus DAB P by RT DYA by DZ. Yeah, please proceed further. What we have to do? We have to do the integration between OA1, OA2 and Z1 and Z2. Okay, so integration limits across the layer. This is your Z value. Z2 minus Z1 is we know the thickness of the vapor film. What is YA1? First we will derive expression. Okay, then we will think about what is YA1 value, what is YA2 value. Okay. At Z1 it is YA1, at Z2 it is YA2. Okay, separating and integrating, you will get expressions. Remember you have NA here, so that should be taken common out. So you take this term to the left hand side, so you have NA into 1 minus 0.1247 YA equal to minus DAB P by RT. Okay. So we have to separate and integrate. Separating and integrating YA and Z terms. Okay, so what we'll have is so the integration limits I told you between Z1 to Z2, YA1 to YA2. Same problem you can do in terms of PA also. That's not the big deal. So what is the formula for integral of dx by 1 a minus bx or 1 minus ax? Okay, so there will be minus coming there. Here you have 1 minus. Ln of 1 minus 0.1247 YA2 divided by 1 minus 0.1247 YA1. So what we have?
So in the denominator we get 0.1247.
0.0127, huh?
Yes, sir. 0.124. Yes, sir. We get in the denominator because integration factor in denominator we should get in constant 0.1247. That
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get.
Yeah, that will come. Okay. You will get
0.1247.
Yes. So minus into minus plus also will happen. Okay. So if you take this minus and one integration minus, you will get plus 1 by 0.1247. Okay. So what is our Na term then? Na is equal to, it can be written as Z. Okay. So P into dab by Z term, P by RT term, Na term taken that side. So you have that value of 0.124. Is 0.12 or 0.012? 0.12. Okay, fine. Into ln of 1 minus okay, so this is the expression needed. Okay, so if you have not, if you have done the derivation in terms of PA, instead of this P by RT, you are simply going to have 1 by RT. In this here, you are going to have PA2 by PA1, right? Because the difference is this, if it is YA2, here P will come. Otherwise, here PA2 will be there, right? So that you can compare. You can do this redo and compare in terms of, if you do the derivation for partial in terms of PA, you will get final expression. Similarly, instead of this P, it will, here you will have PA2 by PA1. Okay, that you can verify. Now, so you look at the one thing you have to be careful is how to get YA1 value. How to get YA2 value. YA2 is given. How to get YA1 value? There is 1 mm thickness of vapor. Okay. So you know what is YA2 given. Vapor phase YA2 is mentioned directly. How much mole fraction? YA2 is given as 0.76, right?
Yes.
Not this problem. Okay. Okay, the YA2 we have clearly mentioned in vapor phase the composition is 0.76, right? But to get YA1 value, it is given in given indirectly, because usually how we will take, if it is simply water drop, how we took PA equal to PA naught into XA we used, right? Even for sublimation of naphthalene, we took PA equal to PAS, right? So from that you are going to get YA also, no? YA equal to PA by P total, right? Obviously YA2 is equal to YA2 given directly 0.76, but YA1 is equal to PA1 by P total. Okay, and what is PA1? PA1 is equal to PA naught into XA. Okay, PA naught is given or not?
Saturation.
How much it is given?
1044.9
Hg. Okay, so that is given data. Thousand mm mercury, right? So we know that 760 mm mercury is 101.325 kilopascal. First we have to get it in kilopascal. How much kilopascal it is? 1? Very good. What's your name? Okay. Okay. So we have PA0 value is 130 given data, but it is given for pure, right? But in our this problem, so far whatever we did water drop or naphthalene kind of problem, it is pure. Okay. But whereas it is given that mole fraction is mentioned, right? It is given that mole fraction of methanol in the liquid is mole fraction of methanol in liquid is mentioned. How much?
0.6.
So that here is the check. Okay, so here you have to make use of that, because so far two problems we did for naphthalene ball or water derivation we did for water vapor. Here we will be taking it to be PA0 equal to PA0, because it is pure, mole fraction is 1, we took directly, but whereas here in this liquid it is given mole fraction is 0.6. So you will get PA1 value as 139.31 kilopascal into 0.6. Got it? So this much kilopascal is your PA1 value. So A1 equal to PA1 by P total. So what is PA1 value and YA1 value?
PA value is 83.585.
83.58, correct. 83.58 kilopascal. So whatever you are getting, you write that value. It can change, okay? But 83.5 plus whatever you get, you write 3 digits. So this YA1 equal to 0.8249 or 5 you will get, okay? YA1 has no unit, kilopascal getting cancelled, okay? So YA1 value we have, so finally we have YA1 is 0.825, YA2 0.76, that is a difference in mole fraction, okay? So to substitute in this equation, so P value, total pressure we know DAB given, R value is 8.314 kilopascal meter cube per kilomole Kelvin. Temperature is given, we have converted to Kelvin also, okay? Temperature Kelvin. Z value is given in mm, write it in meters. Okay, so then YA2 value, YA1 value. Substitute to get NA value.
So 4.6307 into 10 power minus 5.
Any other answers? Your name? Pratish Dala.
Yes.
Okay.
So same answer, 4.63 into 10 raised to minus 5.
Name?
Preetha.
So NA we will substitute 4.6
3 into 10 raised to minus 5.
unit. Okay, so they have asked what is NB also. They asked the flux of A and the flux of B. What is the flux of methanol and water vapor? So what is NB? From Na only you have to write. How NB is related to Na, we have the relationship.
8753.
How much?
Just like this.
So we have the relationship between Na and Nb. Nb is equal to 0.8753 into Na minus of. Direction is opposite. So that is the significance of minus sign here. It is minus of 0.8753 753 Na. How much is NB value?
4.053
0.
53 into 10 power minus 5.
Anybody else getting the answer? You can tell me. Meanwhile, I'll write the substitution here. Show the unit tally also. 4 point. NA value. Okay, fine. NB, okay. 4.07 into 10 power minus 5. Okay, I also got similar value. Okay, so show the unit tally here. Not 1.325. It's kilopascal. 1.816 into 10 power minus 5. Diffusivity is given. Okay, meter square per second. So the ln of numerator is 1 minus 0.1247 into 0.76. 1 minus 0.1247 into how much we got? 0.825, right? 8249 or 825. In the denominator it is RT value 8.314 kilopascal meter cube per kilomole Kelvin into temperature is 344.2 Kelvin into Z value is 1 into 10 power minus 3 meters. Kilopascal Kelvin. So meter power 4 here, meter square is there. So denominator will be meter square. Second is here, kilomole is there. You will get kilomoles per meter square second. Anybody else got the answer? Na value? 4 point. Okay, 4.61 into 10 power minus. Who is this? Tell your name. Yeah. You got 4.65? Okay. Which one? Here. You should not get NA, you should not be minus 7. Because in derivation we don't have any minus after deriving, right? Where is minus here? Your substitution will be, there will be mistake. You might have kept YA1, YA2 wrongly. Yeah, that's okay.
4.60 into 10 power minus 5 Na.
That's okay. Your name?
Murtaza.
Anybody else? 4.57. Okay. It's too low value actually. You should ideally get 4.65 near to that. Okay. This is also okay. 52. That's 2. Okay. Name? You may, that's why I'm telling in calculator, na, you set it to 4 digits. Then only we can have the similar values. That's okay. See, after in 10 power minus 5 range, that don't make any difference. But just for uniformity sake, 4 digit if you use in the calculator, you will have same value. Okay, sure. Okay. Similarly, calculate NB also. It is minus of that value. Okay, minus
4.0545.
That's okay. Into 10 power minus 5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 4.043 into 10 to the power minus 5.
Okay, that's okay. Who is this?
Krishna Sai sir.
Next.
Sir, any order is 2.68.
69.
68.
Okay. Name?
Srinath.
Okay.
So if in place of delta H, if we have moles, sir, it is Na into A or Na by A, sir.
No. If it is reaction, we have to tell. If it is reactions, AA giving BB. Okay. So then you have Na.
NB equals to minus D by A, then if reaction.
Yeah, for reactions, this is the thing we have to take. It is like you consider now oxygen is entering, carbon monoxide is formed. So 0.5 for every 0.5 moles per second of oxygen entering into the diffusion through the pores of the catalyst, there is 1 mole per second of CO is leaving the system, opposite direction. Okay, so this Na is equal, the flux of A is equal to half of this B, right? So that way you will get Na equal to minus NB by B is this. Okay. Even if that's what in test I gave different values, right? Accordingly you could have done it. Only thing is, it is why here minus sign is because A is reactant, B is product. A is going in one direction to get react, product formed is leaving the path. It is like something taking place inside the pores of a catalyst surface. Catalyst surface is there, atmosphere is here. Through the pore, oxygen is entering, and in return, the CO is leaving. So like that, we are considering it to be linearly taking place. But actually, in a catalyst, that's what we are going to discuss in next class. Okay, so inside the catalyst, something maybe it may not, we don't know what is the path it undergoes, right? We consider to be it is going somewhere like this. But whatever may be the path, the amount going in opposite directions are not equal because of the reaction difference in the reaction number of moles. I think in CRE you will be learning like variable volume reactors, right? Variable volume epsilon will be defined, right? Reactant, number of reactants A, B, C are there, products are S, T are there. We are going to determine what is delta. What is that epsilon name in variable volume reactors?
Expansion factor.
Expansion factor. Volumetric expansion factor. Okay. So the like such condition only we are considering in this counter diffusion. Okay. Because when the moment it becomes equal, it is not variable volume. It's like same number of moles. No, it's even though different. If it is A by B equal to 1, then obviously it is equimolar counter diffusion. So in counter diffusion, special case is equimolar counter diffusion. It gets simplified to that form, right? Similarly, in variable volume reaction, when you consider that epsilon becomes equal to 1, that means that it is a constant volume system, right? Okay. Okay, in this lecture we have solved two numericals, one for diffusion through solids, and we did one counter current, counter current diffusion, one numerical we have done. So in the next lecture we will just go through some of the theory parts of diffusion through polymers, diffusion through crystalline solids, and diffusion through porous solids. Okay. Thank you so much for joining my classroom. I hope you have understood the concepts explained and you have solved the problems. Please comment your answers in the comment section. Thanks for your encouragement.